Yo, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with the top 5 PC game deals of the week. Some really good deals this week. Once again, I am exclusively taking a look at deals at the Humble Store. They're having a really good sale going on, and not a lot of the other sites really have anything great going on. Steam doesn't have anything that great. Bundle Stars is the same old GMG, same thing. But the Humble Store has got some really good deals, and as I've said before, if you're a subscriber of Humble Monthly, you get 10% off everything in the store as well. At this point, Humble Bundle should probably sponsor me, but it looks like that's not happening. That's obviously a joke. Without further ado, let's get right into this with number 5. First of all, I want to take a look at the Humble Bundle itself, the Humble Indie Bundle 18, which has a lot of games that are lower key, probably a lot that you guys haven't heard of. The pay what you want, so that's at least $1 will get you Ziggurat, Wind Ward, and SteamWorld Heist. I've played SteamWorld Heist, that's a really good game. The other two I am unfamiliar with. Can't be playing every indie game on the market, that would be a little too difficult. The Beat the Average of $7.49 will get you Kentucky Route Zero, very good. Goat Simulator with all of the DLC, and Beholder, so $7.49, pretty good. Kentucky Route Zero is typically a pretty expensive game, even on the Steam sale, so to get that as a part of the Beat the Average, pretty good. And then finally, the third tier is pay $13 or more, and that'll get you Owlboy, which I haven't played personally, but it has really good reviews on Steam, and I've heard great things about the game. Might actually end up picking this Humble Bundle up to check out Owlboy, since that's a game I've been very interested in. Moving on, first I want to cover a few games that are a part of Humble Bundle's Sega sale. Number 4 is going to be Valkyria Chronicles, which is a game that I always like to talk about whenever it's on sale, and it's going cheaper and cheaper. So if you don't have Humble Monthly, it's 80% off, knocking it down to just $4. That's a ridiculously good deal, and if you are a subscriber, you're getting it for $3.60. That's a crazy deal for a fantastic strategy RPG. It's got a very unique storytelling style, and that it's told through a storybook. Artistically, it's got a great watercolor art style. Just a really good game, and if you are hesitant from playing this game because, you know, it's a Japanese game, and I know a lot of you guys aren't into those, the game's pretty light on the weeb tendencies, so it's a pretty good game to introduce yourself to Japanese RPGs, and it's just a really good game. For this cheap of a price, you can't go wrong. Number 3 is a strategy game. Company of Heroes 2 is 75% off, down to $5. Humble Monthly will knock off another 10%, knocking it down to $4.50. As you guys might know, strategy games are not my cup of tea, but Company of Heroes 2 was actually one that I picked up on release day for some reason. I don't even know why, and I just had a really good time with the game. I only played the single player, but I had a thoroughly enjoyable experience playing through that. The visuals were really good at the time, still holds up pretty well, and the gameplay is quality. If you're into strategy games, Company of Heroes 2 is one that not a lot of people talk about anymore, but for $5 or $4.50 for a Humble Monthly subscriber, really good deal. Moving on to number 2, want to give a mention to Tales of Zestiria, which is another JRPG, but this is more heavy on the weeb tendencies, so if you're not a fan of Japanese games, I would not check out Tales of Zestiria as your first one. Check out Valkyria Chronicles, it's cheaper. But Tales of Zestiria is also a very competent and well-made JRPG. That's what the Tales games really are. They're not amazing by any stretch of the imagination, but they're very consistent. You know, at least a 7 out of 10, with a lot of them ranging from like an 8 to an 8.5 out of 10 in my personal opinion. Tales of Berseria, I've heard, is very good. I haven't played that yet. That's also on sale, a little bit more expensive. It's 75% off, knocking it down to $12.50, and then 10% off extra with Humble Monthly will knock it down to $11.24. It's a content-filled game. If you're a fan of the Tales series, there's a lot to like here. Some of the story points left a sour taste in my mouth with this title, but it's still a decent enough JRPG, and if you're a fan of the genre, you're gonna enjoy it. Finally, number 1, want to give a mention to Darksiders WARMASTERED Edition, which is 80% off, down to $4. 10% off extra with the Humble Monthly subscription will knock it down to $3.60. Darksiders has been getting a lot of attention recently with the recently revealed Darksiders 3, which is shaping up pretty well. Both Darksiders and Darksiders 2 are on sale on the Humble Store. Personally, I would just first check out Darksiders 1 for just $4. It's a really solid title. A lot of people say it's a mix between God of War and Zelda, and while initially that sounds absolutely amazing, I wouldn't put this game at the level of either of those games. However, there's a lot to like with the game. The gameplay's really solid. Visually, it has aged a little bit. I believe this game came out back like 2009, 2010, so it's been like 7 years. Can't expect the world out of it, but a solid experience, and it'll give you a good idea of what the franchise has to offer as we get into Darksiders 3, which is supposed to be releasing in 2018. Now wouldn't be a bad time to check out the franchise. So that's gonna wrap up this video, guys. As always, thanks for watching. Let me know what games you picked up. There's a lot of other titles that are on sale at the Humble Store, and Bundle Stars has some of the usual suspects on sale. I believe I saw the Batman franchise, Borderlands on sale. So if you haven't picked up those yet somehow, you can check those out as well. As always, thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.